Think back to the last time you sat in absolute silence. No phone, no background noise, no pending replies, and you actually enjoyed it. If you struggle to remember a time like that, there is a clear biological reason. The average human brain perceives absolute silence and a lack of external stimulation as highly uncomfortable. It registers the emptiness as an active threat. To defend against that discomfort, most people use constant background noise, engage in shallow conversation, and endless doom scrolling as psychological armor. The noise keeps them safely distracted from thoughts and anxieties they haven't processed yet. But you might experience the exact opposite. While others dread a Friday night with no plans, you might be the person who secretly feels a massive wave of relief when your social obligations get abruptly canceled. Society pushes a pervasive myth about that preference. We are taught that wanting to be alone indicates deep loneliness, a lack of social skills, or some underlying psychological deficit. This preference represents a measurable cognitive signature, a specific way of filtering and understanding the world. To understand why a loud party leaves you feeling physically exhausted, we have to look at how a solitary mind absorbs its environment. There is a specific psychological trait known as sensory processing sensitivity. Researchers estimate it is naturally wired into roughly 15 to 20% of human nervous systems. On the left, an average brain receives a manageable flow of data. On the right, a highly sensitive system absorbs data at a massive volume. This influx causes rapid cognitive depletion. Reaching maximum capacity triggers the intense exhaustion known as social fatigue. You can think of your short-term processing power like the RAM on a computer. Every human interaction acts as an application running continuously in the background. A highly observant mind doesn't just process the spoken words in a room. It continuously analyzes unspoken subtext, tracks complex emotional signals, and regulates its own social performance. All of those heavy applications drain the cognitive RAM almost instantly. Retreating into solitude is a mandatory biological maintenance routine. It is the brain's only method to file away the accumulated data before the entire cognitive system crashes. Which brings up a practical question. If interacting with people drains the battery, why doesn't sitting entirely alone for hours lead to intense boredom? The average brain runs on an external dopamine economy. It requires outward interaction, loud stimuli, and ongoing social approval to feel properly engaged. This contrasts the external setup with an internal locus of reward. Instead of outward triggers, this system generates its own continuous signal. For these individuals, stimulation is self-generated. The reward comes from metacognition, deep problem-solving, and creative reflection. This internal reward economy strongly correlates with people who quietly construct complex conceptual models, build massive systems, and write detailed narratives inside their own heads. Solitary people do not require an audience to stay engaged. Their rich, internally generated world naturally holds their attention better than the majority of external social events. It is important to distinguish between two distinct behaviors: unhealthy isolation and healthy solitude. Isolation is a fear-driven retreat. A person hides from the outside world because human connection feels dangerous or impossible to navigate. Healthy solitude is an intentional, deliberate act of self-direction. The person actively chooses the quiet, and they often maintain a small circle of deep, meaningful relationships. Being able to sit peacefully in silence means the individual has already faced their internal landscape. They have processed the uncomfortable thoughts and past regrets that others use background noise to avoid. Psychology refers to this state as integration. It reflects a level of psychological maturity where you no longer require external noise to drown out your own history. We live in a society that rewards constant busyness and loud outward social performance. If your cognitive wiring requires stillness, you can stop feeling the need to explain it. Monitoring your own processing capacity and choosing to step away is a form of self-regulation that prevents your system from reaching a total crash. Your most creative and honest ideas require this stillness to surface. Protecting this time is the maintenance required for an active inner life. If you find more meaning in understanding people than in performing for them, subscribe to the channel. We explore the mind every week,
and I'll see you in the next one.